Well, hello there. Thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Today we are going to be going over some good solutions to the Straight Talk network, and I am going to be giving you a secret little tip on how to connect to their hotline significantly faster than just calling up Straight Talk. So stay tuned for that. And I'll also be giving you the access point name, or the APN, for the Verizon chip on Straight Talk if you're using the new Verizon chip. If you're having problems with the Verizon chip, I've also got a solution for you that I think you like, so stay tuned for that. Now, if you have a device that you're using, like a Samsung, Google Pixel, you're using a Oneplus device, let me know in the comment section down below which chip you're using and which device that you're using, so that we can get a little community talk going down in the comment section below to help other people out, so they're not having to rip their hair out in dealing with all of these changes that are going on in the Straight Talk network. Now, in my experience, I have tried the AT&T network by itself, and then I went to Straight Talk's AT&T network. I could not see a difference in data speeds. So my device was working best with AT&T, and I have a Oneplus 7 Pro. The Oneplus 7 Pro is a great device. It takes both Verizon chips and AT&T chips, and they will both work. However, when I switched to their free month of service with Straight Talk, because Verizon bought out Straight Talk and Tracfone, they're offering this service to get more customers in. Now, that's why I went ahead and tried it, because they're giving you a free month. I don't want to lose my service. They're sending these messages to everybody. Your phone's going to be disconnected. It's this big disaster coming. Okay, so I spoke with like a dozen different reps trying to figure this out. And it turns out that you don't have to keep your Verizon chip that they send to you. You can actually call in to the sales department and order an AT&T card once again and have it shipped to you for $1. And it works. If you're having data connection issues with your Verizon chip right now and you just can't get it to go through, but your text messages and phone calls are working, what I suggest you do is you go to your APN settings on your phone, you go to Wi-Fi and network, you go to SIM and network, you go to your SIM slot, SIM 1 or SIM 2, and you click on access point names. Now, under access point names, you're going to click on the top. It'll show name, APN, proxy, port, username, password, on and on. At the very top, you don't need to change the name, but you need to change the APN if you're using the Verizon chip. Not any other chip, just a Verizon chip. And the APN setting is going to be Tracfone, TRACFONE, dot VZW ENTP. Once again, that's Tracfone, VZW ENTP. And there's a dot between Tracfone and VZW. So that is the information that you need. Once you do that, you can restart your device and you should have data connection speeds. However, I tried to get everything to work properly. The phone calls worked properly, the text messages worked properly, but I was getting like a megabyte per second in most parts of where I'm living. You know, I'll go to the grocery store, I'll go see a friend, and the connections are really poor with the Verizon chip on the Oneplus 7 Pro. And their customer service doesn't understand that. It just doesn't click with them. So I thought, okay, why don't I just try ordering the Straight Talk card again, because it was working before. So what I suggest doing is paying the $1, once again, ordering the chip that can be sent out to you. And then once the chip comes in, then what you can do is you can call them up on a separate phone, a separate line, and that's my recommendation. It's easier that way. And you're going to let them know that you want that information transferred over to the AT&T chip because you're having issues with the Verizon chip. You don't even really need to tell them that. You just need to tell them, hey, I'm switching over to the AT&T chip, and you can skip the small talk. Now, for the secret sauce. There's a phone number you can call, which is their hotline, in order to do this transfer service. Please only use this hotline for transfer service. That's what it's designed for. If you're calling in with just general problems, this isn't the number to call. But the number is 1-866-806-1840. And the code, the special code, is 332264. And that will send you directly to a representative, and you will be able to speak to someone, hopefully with some good competency, that will be able to help you in connecting your new SIM card over. Now, typically that hotline is used for transferring from another company over to their company, but you can also use it when transferring from SIM card to SIM card on the Straight Talk network, which is awesome. So that number has saved me a lot of time and a lot of hassle, and I hope this helps you save time and hassle. So we've gone over the APN settings, the access point name for the Verizon chip, where I couldn't get data service and I had to call and call. Eventually I got that APN setting to work, and I did get data working. We've gone over how I have better service with the AT&T chip versus the Verizon chip. So I'm not a fan of their Verizon chip. I think it really sucks. The network connection here sucks. And the representative told me they have more Verizon towers here. So the thing is that when I switched back to the AT&T chip, my speeds went from 1 or 2 megabytes per second in most parts of town to 40 to 50 megabytes per second in most parts of town. Now, I'm using a 4G LTE enabled device. It works quite well. I'm on the Oneplus 7 Pro, so please let me know in the comment section down below what you're using and what works best for you in your area, and maybe what kind of problem you've been dealing with, so we can create some solutions for other folks and save some time. And the last thing I've gone over here is how you can reorder one of these by calling the sales department directly. Just say, hey, I want to order an AT&T card for my phone, and they will be able to send you one over. They may ask you for your IMEI number on your phone. You can find your IMEI number under the settings of your phone, or the original box that it came in will usually have your IMEI number. So I hope this helps you out. I'm really not a fan of how things have changed with Straight Talk. Even though I'm still getting good service, there's no guarantee that they'll forever have the option to keep AT&T and T-Mobile Sprint networks on there. I think it would be good for them to do so in case people have service problems. But I honestly am not really a fan of Verizon's customer service, and I'm not a fan of AT&T's customer service over the phone. I've been into both stores. I've spoke with reps. When I tried AT&T directly, it just wasn't a good experience. They charged me out the wazoo, because they wanted the money, they wanted the ching, and I wasn't going to hand it to them because I wasn't happy with their customer service. So far I'm really happy with Straight Talk's service in terms of the service itself, the phone running on the network. The customer service could use some improvement, but it's better than my experience with AT&T, which is good. Now, if you have any information that you might find helpful to other people, please let them know in the comment section down below, solutions to problems that you may have come up with this. But overall, if you've lost your service to AT&T and they sent you a message like, hey, your phone's no longer going to be compatible, apparently what they're doing is they're updating these chips. They're mailing them out, and these chips will work and the old chips will not. And so you might suddenly have lost service, and I hope that this can help you restore your service. So hop into Walmart if you need service immediately, and go buy yourself a fresh chip and get that baby plugged in and call them up. And if you're using the hotline, if you're trying to transfer use that hotline, and that will save you a ton of time. So I hope you found this video helpful today. That's all I can think of at the moment. If you got any questions, I'll try to answer them down in the comment section below. But you have yourself a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.